And so do the accidents here in Billings. And this afternoon, there was an accident sending 3 people to the hospital with serious injuries. Now, according to a tweet from the Billings Police Department, around 1:30 p.m., a 2-vehicle crash happened when a Ford Taurus driven by a 23-year-old male was traveling southbound on North 27th and lost control. It then collided with northbound traveling Suburban with an elderly Billings couple inside of it. According to BPD, all 3 people were transported to a local hospital with serious injuries. Traffic on North 27th Street was closed for nearly 5.5 hours this afternoon between Rimrock Road and the roundabout at the top of the hill. No names have been released, and we will update you with further information. The snow has been causing slippery roads all weekend, and now turning to weather with Rob Griggs to talk about some of those road conditions kind of around our region.
Well, they're bad in any direction because we've just had a lot of freezing rain in the region. Much of Wyoming is still closed down. A lot of those highways are in bad shape. So we know that, but some people still manage to get outside and actually enjoy the weather, if you can imagine that. Pinky Shimmer snapped a picture of a couple of deer. We call these city deer. They were wondering what the heck was going on, people looking outside at them. This is kind of cool. It looks like a Christmas tree wedding cake. Linda Nemi out of Columbus sent us that one, some snow out that direction. And of course, Willow Phelps made this for posterity's sake, almost 6 inches of snow in her backyard. Speaking of other amounts of snow, you see Columbus picked up about a foot, Red Lodge just about 10.5 inches, Billings between 7 and 9 inches of snow. So we had some, and I know I shoveled quite a bit of it. Do we have any more snow in the forecast? What happens tomorrow? I've got all the details with the Q2 Storm Tracker forecast in just a bit, Zoe.
Thank you, Rob. And I'm sure if you have been out at all today, you've seen the city of Billings snow plows out with First Mark Construction, and they've been out all day clearing the residential roads from snow. Now, plows started work on Billings Area 2 today. That area is highlighted in the purple on this map, as you see here, and contains Broadwater Avenue north to Poly Drive. In a Facebook post today, Billings Public Works said plows started on 54th Street West and moved east. Now, it takes about 24 hours for plow crews to complete one area. Next on the plow list is Area 1 north of Poly Drive, followed by areas 6, 5, 4, and 3. Now, as of 6:30 this evening, plows were still in the Area 2 east of Zimmerman Trail between Poly Drive and Grand Avenue. Well, it's not just Montana dealing with bad weather tonight. Nearly the entire country is feeling the impact of an historic storm. Now, blizzard-like conditions hammered parts of South Dakota, where at least 1 person has died. 10 inches of snow fell in Rapid City alone. And tonight, 70 million Americans are under weather alerts from California to Maine. Danya Bacchus reports in California.
After a powerful storm dumped rain and snow across the west.
They were telling us for a week we were going to get it, and we got it.
Another is expected this weekend as millions of holiday travelers make their way back home.
The rain was going horizontal, and you could hardly see. The visibility was really, really bad.
In Arizona, the National Weather Service says 3 tornadoes ripped through the Phoenix area Friday, leaving behind a path of debris and destruction. Northeast of Phoenix, 2 children are dead, 1 other missing after a family vehicle was swept away by floodwaters. Wind gusts of up to 90 miles per hour caused whiteout conditions in parts of Colorado. And in Utah,
it was dumping about 1 inch an hour right now.
Snowplow truck drivers were working around the clock to clear roads. California saw up to 4 feet of snow in some areas.
We saw when we got to Sacramento, our ETA kept going up and up.
The weather snarling traffic and causing gridlock for those hoping to beat the holiday rush back home.
Forecasters say Friday was the literal calm before the storm. In Northern California, rain and snow has started and is expected to not let up until Tuesday. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And as bad weather snowballs across the country, some of us here in Billings got out to enjoy that 7 to 9 inches of snow we had today. And we found some thrill seekers over at Pioneer Park, a good destination for people young and old to have a little fun sledding. Dozens of people were moving through the park this afternoon to toboggan down the park's many hills, hopefully avoiding the icy cold creek at the bottom. Now, Q2's Mitch Laggy caught up with some sledders taking advantage of a 3-foot tall jump that's been made at the park. How fun, and just keep an eye out in the background of this particular interview.
Have you hit the jump at all yet?
Yeah.
How is it?
It just goes like really high. I've been pushing my brother around, but I haven't got to try it yet.
Oh, he just went off it behind you. I hope he didn't hurt himself. He looks okay.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Looks like fun out there. And Taylor said her brother and her narrowly avoided taking a swim in the creek today. Hopefully everyone else stayed dry as well. Thanksgiving Thursday, Billings Holiday Friday, and keeping the holiday spirit rolling today for small businesses Saturday, a day for local businesses every year on November 30th, the relatively new holiday starting back in 2010. It highlights the values of shopping small and supporting local. Q2's Jenny Fix stopped by a local business who says it gives a chance for the mom and pop shops to share in the holiday spending too.
Here at Liberty and Vine today, I'm talking to Jason. Tell us how you're getting involved in Small Business Saturday and who you are.
Well, I'm Jason. I'm part owner with my wife, Amy. And today, everything in the store is 10% off.
When you opened your shop, what were some of the things that you knew that you wanted to have here?
We wanted to have a little bit of something for everybody, a little bit of everything, but we really wanted to specialize in Montana, made in Montana products. And made in USA products and stuff that you just can't walk into a box store and get.
And then for some of the things that maybe you could get at a box store, why still do you encourage people to shop local and to support the people in their community that are taking on ventures like this?
Well, it's very important to shop small, support your mom and pop shops. They work hard, they put in a lot of hours. They can't necessarily compete with the box stores, but they can give you a lot better service and be more informative about the products, readily available if you have questions about what you're thinking about buying.
It's kind of like Cheers. There's something to be said about people knowing your name when you come in to get groceries or to get whatever here too.
Right. It's nice when you walk in a place and if you have an issue, you can come back and talk to them in person. You don't gotta try and get online or call an 800 number.
Christmas time, holiday time, anything extra special and fun you guys are doing?
My wife has it decorated up for Christmas. Coming up, we have the art walk. We always do the art walk, and we'll have a ladies' night to pick out they can pick out stuff, and then we're doing a men's night where men can come in for their wives and girlfriends and look at the list, and we'll even have some gift wrapping and pizza and beer. You can check out our Facebook page. My wife updates it for all our activities, but there's all kinds of small business stuff and local people to support. The Antique Warehouse we have 31 booths in there, and every one of those is like a little mini small business for that person.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today, and we're going to send it right back to you.
The Billings Chamber of Commerce has a fun way for the community to get involved in Small Business Saturday. There's a downloadable game board that can be found on the Chamber's website. Shoppers have to get each space marked by a small business vendor on the board, and once 10 spaces are filled, they will be entered in a drawing for prizes. Shoppers have until the 2nd to complete the cards. For more information, you can go to visit ktvq.com. Stay with us. More to come on the 10 o'clock news. Buying a Christmas tree the weekend after Thanksgiving is pretty common. After the break, find out what One Tree Lot in Bozeman is saying about this popular tradition. Later in sports, we find out who the Cats and Grizz will be playing next week. First round FCS highlights on the way.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora. Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs. And sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.